Hello, happy February. I can't believe we're a full month into 2020. And I just want to share with you a little bit about a lesson that I'm learning about being a neighbor and community. I finished a devotional in January called Preaching the Gospel to Yourself. And there was a section in it that was about the gospel and community. And like the scripture reading was about the Good Samaritan, and it was about um, Jesus explaining how the greatest commandment is loving God, and the second greatest commandment is loving your neighbor as yourself. So that story. And in the questions, I realized that I am not really in my community very much. I live in a really rural area. I don't have close neighbors, and I work out of town. I'm in a church, but even my church, I don't see the people at my church all the time. So the teaching from this devotional was basically kind of think about who you run into in your daily life, and those are your neighbors in your community. So it may be people you work with, but it also will be just all of the people that you run into as you go about your daily life. So part of your community is going to be like if you have regular places where you run errands, that's your community. That is, those people are your neighbors. And so I was thinking about this kind of in the back of my mind. And I've recently noticed that one of the places where the Lord really teaches me about character and ministry, it's not where you would expect. It's definitely not where I would expect, but it is in the grocery store. So let me give you a little background. I work during the week, so a grocery store trip is something that has to take place on the weekend. And it's a really busy place to be on the weekend because there are lots of other people in that situation. And it's about a 20-minute drive for me to the grocery store, which I guess isn't bad, but it just seems like a really big chunk out of a weekend day to, drive all the way there, get the groceries, get back, unload all that. I know everybody can relate to grocery shopping being a hassle, and sometimes it's not what you want to spend a couple hours doing on your weekend. So I am always in a hurry to be efficient. I have a list. My list is by sections of the store. I'm going to go in, I'm going to get what I need and get out. And so also keep in mind that in a small town, a grocery store is often a center for community. So while I'm on my, mission to get in and get out, there are a lot of people that are on a mission to see who they're going to run into at the grocery store so that they can visit and chat and catch up. So that is happening. Then there are parents with their small children who are probably taking this as an opportunity to teach their kids about grocery shopping and let them help and show them how to pick out a good apple, that kind of thing. And then add to that we also have a community with a lot of elderly people and a lot of people with various disabilities that are going to move through a grocery store more slowly than the average person. So all of that is going on. And several trips to the grocery store, God has really just impressed on me that I don't need to be in such a rush, that it's much more important that I pause and I'm patient with people and I have a loving attitude toward people and a loving expression on my face than it is that I get into the grocery store and get out as fast as I think I need to. So that's been one of my lessons. And another one actually came up around Christmas. There was a post I read, and it was just about, managing different expectations that we have about Christmas. And kind of the underlying theme of the writing was everybody is doing the best they can. And whenever you get frustrated or upset, etc., just remember everyone is doing the best they can. And so I think about that sometimes when I'm in situations where I'm feeling rushed or I am feeling like a temptation to get frustrated with people. I just remind myself that everybody has their challenges or, their thing they're trying to do, and that they're all doing the best they can. And that helps give me perspective as well. Today, when I was going through the grocery store, I was looking at different people, just huge variety of people, all different ages, all different walks of life. And I was just impressed upon how these people are my brothers and sisters. They're children of God, and he loves them so passionately, and he knows each person's story that's in the store, what they're doing and what they're dealing with. And I just felt such love and compassion for the people in the store, which was also very awesome and exciting to me. And as God was, showing me these things and speaking these things to me, I was slowing down and, kind of losing my sense of, I've got to get out of the grocery store quickly, and thinking more about being in the store with the people, and that this is my community. These are my neighbors. There might be an opportunity to minister in the store. And by minister, he could. I wasn't expecting an opportunity to share the gospel with someone, but just to be a smile, or have a kind word. And that was something else that I was thinking of, just with our plans and purposes. Like, my plan and purpose may be to get my groceries quickly, but God's plan and purpose for me may be to smile at someone who has been housebound and is lonely and hasn't had anybody smile at them in 2 weeks, or hasn't had any interaction with anybody except at the grocery store. And so that was kind of eye-opening to me. I didn't really think about the grocery store that way. So I'm seeing more and more that it's not just, a place where God is honing my patience and teaching me to not just wait, but wait with a good attitude. And I think part of that is, for me, it's not just, I guess, being patient. Trying to figure out how to word this, but I don't want anybody in the store. I don't want anybody in the store to feel like they are in my way or they are inconveniencing me. I just want to be more gracious. So that's what I'm working on. And it was really kind of cool and eye-opening to think about the grocery store as my community and my neighbors, and opportunity to show kindness. There was a quote I saw. I can't remember who said it. I didn't say it, but it was a quote I saw, that as long as there are human beings, there are opportunities to show kindness. And I thought, as long as there are human beings, there are also opportunities to get impatient and to be, to go the other direction, not unkindness. So what is my point? My point is, whenever we're out in of course our family is our ministry and our church is our ministry, but anytime we're with people, we're in community, that's an opportunity to bless someone, even if we're just blessing them by smiling and being patient and taking a deep breath and realizing, don't have to rush. This is part of God's plan. I'm going to extend grace to everybody that I run into today. So that's what I am learning in February, and with my grocery store trips each week. Maybe you are, can't relate to this at all. Maybe you are always calm and patient with people in public places. And if you are, that's awesome. But maybe you can also relate to my attitude, and hopefully it's getting better. I think it is getting better. I left the store today smiling and happy and not stressed out that it had taken longer than I wanted it to take, or that the line was long. So, by the way, standing in a long line is a great opportunity to pray for the people that are around you. So those are my thoughts for February. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful month, and I will be talking to you here again in March. Thank you for supporting the Encouragement Box.